Hi friends, welcome back or welcome if you are new. My name is Mali and welcome to the very long-awaited, long-awaited for me because I've been really excited to film this video for the past couple of weeks, but the timing was just not right. So now it is finally time for episode 2 of Read It or Unhaul It. If you're new to the series, then hi, welcome, happy to have you here. The idea of the series is for me to read some of the oldest books in my TBR thanks to my TBR jar. Every paper slip in this jar is a book that I've had on my TBR for longer than 6 months. There are books in here that have been on my TBR for literally 3 years now. The rules in this is simple. I pick out a slip and I have to read it. If I like it, the book stays in my collection. But if I read it and I don't like it, then it gets unhauled. And I think that's it. That's all the rules, really. I said in my first video that I wouldn't have any skips, but now I'm giving myself some skips because I am a mood reader. Maybe a book that I pick out, I don't want to read it, but maybe if that happens, I should just unhaul it. You know what? Yes. If I pick out a book and I want to skip it, I will think long and hard. Do I think I will ever be in the mood for this book? Because there are some books in my TBR that I don't think I ever will be in the mood for, but they're just hanging around. Let's go ahead and pick because I have my coffee ready and I want to drink my coffee. I'm so excited for this. Oh my God, there's so many possibilities. Let's go. Oh, do we go for the one that fell? Let's go for the one that fell on the floor. Okay. Homesick for Another World. If you guys are new in my channel, then you guys don't know that I've been stringing Homesick for Another World in countless TBRs over the past year or so. It is the only Ottessa Moshfegh that I haven't read yet, and now it looks like it's finally time for me to read it. Now, mission number 2 of this video is to find that book in the stacks. I both like but hate the stacks. I like them because I know it's temporary, but also at the same time, I hate it because when I have to look for a book like now, I don't know where it is. It was organized at the beginning, but I've been picking from here and there, the stacks out of all over the place. So right now, I have no idea what that book is. Ottessa Moshfegh is not a perfect author for me. I've disliked some of her books, but also equally, I've loved some of her books. So I'm excited to see what this one has in store for me. Anyways, enough yapping. Let's look for this damn book. Ideally, Homesick for Another World should be right here. You guys can see that I have some Ottessa Moshfegh in here, but it's not there right now. I feel like I saw it recently around here, but now I don't know where it is. We are moving to my bedroom because I also have some book stacks in there. Guys, I'm not seeing it either here. Hold on. These are the stacks in my room, and I am also not seeing it here. Oh my God, I fucking found it. It's under here. Oh my God, this is gonna be impossible. I hate this. Oh my God, we found it. Now we can get to reading. Decided to DNF Homesick for Another World. I honestly wanted to pull through because at the end of the day, I don't want to get rid of this book, which is so stupid because this is the point of this video. But I think I could get on with it some other time in my life. I was not hating it. I was not hugely disliking it. I was just not in the mood for this right now. And so I only got about 5 short stories before deciding to put it on pause and try again some other time. I was putting stars on the short stories, and a lot of the short stories that I read were quite gross, like sexually, and I'm like not in the mood for that. I have to read the books on my TBR, and if I like them, I keep them. If I don't, I get rid of them, right? Because I can't keep every book in existence. But hear me out. This is Ottessa Moshfegh. I have every single book of Ottessa Moshfegh in my collection, in my book collection, and I want to keep it that way. I don't want to get rid of this book because it encompasses Ottessa Moshfegh's complete works, and I really like her as an author, so I don't want to have my Ottessa Moshfegh collection incomplete. I have other Ottessa Moshfegh books that I don't like, and I still have them. I'm also not fully given up on it. I will eventually come back to it later and hopefully finish it. So that's why I'm not getting rid of this book. I'm bending the rules a little bit. It's my vlog, it's my books. I can do what I want. That being said, we can go ahead and choose our second book for this vlog. I'm really excited. There's actually so many paper slips in here. It makes it hard for me to go to the very bottom, but let's go with this one. This one feels very short. Oh, I got Fight Night by Miriam Taus. However, we're not reading this book because I already read this. This is so funny. I think we might have some more duds like that, books that I've read and I haven't picked them out of the jar because I just haven't. So let's go again. Let's go for this one. This is Cecilia. This is a book by Kei-Ming Chang. I bought this like a year ago and I was so excited to read it. I never read it, as it often goes. This is also a book by an author that I really, really like. I love Kei-Ming Chang. I've read everything of hers except for Cecilia. So if I do like this one, then perfect, because that means I can finish all her works. But right now, let's look for her in the stacks because I have no clue where she is. I have Cecilia by Kei-Ming Chang here. I think this is a little novella. Yes, an erotic, surreal novella about the ecstasies of intense friendship and obsessive love. Something that I really like about Kei-Ming Chang is her very surreal world. I don't always make a lot of sense of it, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being in the dark about her stuff sometimes, but I really like how she talks about queerness, especially first love queerness, girlhood, but it's also very intertwined with that queerness. I remember the first book I read by her was Bestiary like 2 years ago. That book is so good. That book is so good. So I'm excited to go back and read another Kei-Ming Chang. I finished Cecilia by Kei-Ming Chang a couple of days ago and I absolutely love this. I mentioned that I love Kei-Ming Chang. I've read her books before and so I knew what I was getting into, yet it blew my expectations out of the water. I've had a couple of duds with Kei-Ming Chang before, not like I hated her books before, but there's some books that I gotta reread by her. Also, I'm sorry if you guys can hear my cat using their litter box. Organ Meat and Gods of Want, those are both books that I gotta reread. Kei-Ming Chang has such a particular way of writing. Her prose is so unique. It's visceral, it's raw, it's gross. I mean, she talks a lot about bodily functions and bodily fluids, yet it's also so beautiful and it's so sincere. It's so clever and it's so enchanting. I read this in a daze. My copy is full of underlines. Like, this little book has so many dog ears. I might not always get Kei-Ming Chang's many metaphors, but that just means that I got opportunity to reread this and re-examine it from a different lens and maybe get it. Maybe I'm smarter the next time I read this and I'll get it. However, I did like her metaphors on memory and feeling like a predator as a queer person. I didn't really get her metaphor with the crow, but that just means I might get it the next time I reread it. And that's kind of what I mean with Gods of Want and Organ Meats. They were so full of metaphors. So I really want to reread those books and see if I get another new understanding from those books. Reading this book made me want to reread Bestiary. That's the first book I've read ever from Kei-Ming Chang all the way back in 2023. And I absolutely adored it. Maybe I'll do a rereading vlog. Who knows? There's quite a couple books that I want to reread. This book is grimy, it's tender, it's queer. It follows Seven and Cecilia, who were once childhood friends. They're now meeting after many years of growing apart and losing contact with each other. In the present day, they're taking a bus ride together while 7 dips in and out of her memories with Cecilia. And so you get to understand the depth of their friendship when they were little. 7 talks a lot about her admiration for Cecilia, wanting her in that intense yet innocent way kids want things. In the present timeline, Cecilia and 7 are silently taking this bus ride together. Cecilia's even very intentionally sitting apart from 7. They have a seat in between of space. There's actually a line that I want to read you guys. It became a habit of mine to ask acquaintances if they were still friends with the girls they've known when they were 10, 5, 2. More often than not, the answer was no, and when I asked why, their mouths turned slack, unable to grip anything out of the air. It was a loss so mundane, it didn't even have a name. If you guys haven't read Kaiming Chang, I hope I convinced you somehow. Her writing is just so good. I love the way that she talks about girlhood, coming of age, queerness, and it's so good. Now it is time to choose our third and final book for this video. I'm hoping for another good one because sometimes this jar just proves to show that I do have some good books in my TBRs. Let's hope for, oh my god, okay, there's so many in here. Okay, oh god, okay, I don't know if I want to read this. This is Die Hot with a Vengeance. And do I want to read an essay collection about the beauty world? What were the rules again? Can I skip? Should I just unhaul it if I don't want to read it? Okay, yeah, that's what we're doing. I don't want to read this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and unhaul it as well. Let's go for a repick. Oh god, I'm scared for this one. This is The Hearing Trumpet. This is by Leonora Carrington. I'm a little scared of this one because it's very surreal. It's a short little novel, but I know that it's very, very surreal and weird. And I'm not sure that the surrealism in this instance is gonna be one that I like. I do have to currently look for it in this stacks. I put all my books there because my bookshelves are on the living room, yet I haven't reorganized them just yet.
Side by side we sway there in all the colors.
Hi guys, I did say that the next time I sat here, you guys wouldn't see my book stacks anymore. Here they are. Here are my bookshelves. I did already film a bookshelf organization and a bookshelf tour, and that video is coming shortly after this one, so stay tuned for that. But we're here to talk about The Hearing Trumpet by Leonora Carrington. This is the last and final book that we're reading for this episode of Read It or Unhaul It. I gotta say that I really enjoyed this. I liked this a lot better than I thought I would. I remember saying that I was a little nervous about the surrealism aspect because I wasn't sure if it's one that would gel with me, because when books have that little hot word of surrealism, fever dream, a lot of those books don't really work for me, but I'm really happy to report that this did work for me. So basically this follows an old woman named Mariam. She is a peculiar oddball woman. She has a gray beard as depicted here. She is about 90 years old. Her story starts off with her son and daughter-in-law shipping her off to a nursing home. This nursing home is very eccentric. It's small, but it has a lot of peculiar characters. There's about 5 or 6 other older women who reside in this nursing home. The nursing home felt like a big whimsical castle. Like their sleeping quarters, like each room is shaped differently. Some of them are shaped like a mushroom or a toadstool, stuff like that. So it's quite whimsical. So we do see Mariam's new life at this nursing home. There's also the peculiarities of the headmaster and headmistress. They're quite religious people, and they do try to help residents with becoming less sinful. This was written in like the 1940s, 1950s. So there are some things that are a little old-fashioned, but I really did enjoy this. It is surrealism in the fact that there is just an apocalypse that happens. I don't know if this is set in Mexico or Spain, but basically they live in a hot, humid temperature, right? And then when the apocalypse happens, it's snowing indefinitely. So you do have the story of this old woman surviving a surreal, fantastical apocalypse that happens during the later half of the book. It made sense. I didn't find that it was hard to follow through or anything like that, so I did enjoy that. I also really did like Mariam as a character. I thought she was so spunky, so full of life. I do appreciate a character who is just as cat obsessed as I am. I really did enjoy the Hearing Trumpet, and I'm really happy about it too because, like I said, I was a little bit intimidated, but I will definitely read more Leonora Carrington. I think her artwork is spectacular. It's so weird and surreal, just like this little book. And that is the end of this video, you guys. I am so happy to be doing episode 2 of this series, and hopefully episode 3 will happen quite soon. I do have to go ahead and update the jar. There's quite a bunch of books that I have to add to the jar because they have been on my TBR for about 6 months now, and there's quite a couple of books that I do have to like take out because I've unhauled them. For this episode, we read 2 books, put 1 book on pause, and unhauled 1. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.